I was just timing a 30-second awkward pause, and it's not a long time.
It's a really long time.
The schedule says that we have to start with a 30-second long pause. So, damn, we did 10 seconds. Anyway, we've already broken the schedule by not doing a 30-second pause. So, welcome everyone. I hope everyone's had a good week and all that sort of good stuff. Ryan generally asks, how is your guys' week done? It's supposed to be gone, not done, I guess. With no direction, Cam and Matt proceed to talk over each other, then Ryan picks at random who goes first. Oh, so how's your guys' generic week been? Oh, good. Good times. Anything in the chat? Oh, let me guess. Ryan has you running late. Yeah, okay. Yeah, cool.
Let me guess. Goldilocks has you running late.
Yeah, okay.
Use your correct terminology, please. The baldest one of the land. And you would be correct. That is why we were running late.
He said he had to take a poo.
A poo?
I was actually running down the supermarket, the petrol station, to get gas this morning. So, anyway, that's okay.
Do you put gas in your car? I thought tinfoil hat would be on like canola oil by now.
It's for the hot water, because I haven't bothered to get those ginormous bottles yet, so it's still running off a barbecue bottle, so it just randomly runs out sporadically, usually when I need to have a shower. So yeah. Good times.
You mean gas, not gas as in like you drove to get petrol.
The liquid petroleum gas.
Yeah, it seems a bit weird to drive to get fuel and then come back before you went out again. That's $10.
No,
You went to go get some LPG.
So you didn't go and get some cigarettes, but wait, you actually came back. My wife threatened me to go get cigarettes last night. She didn't even smoke. I was like, what's going on here?
Maybe she's got a bit on the side.
Maybe. Good thing she didn't go out and get cigarettes, I guess.
You guys could have all just smoked together and it would have been amazing.
Maybe.
All right. Anyway, who wants to talk about their week? Cam, talk about your week. Go. How many glass boxes of fish have you got left in said shop?
Well, about the same as last week. I did have an offer to potentially take a whole bunch, but the offer was absolutely ludicrous, and I'd rather throw stones at them because that'd be far more enjoyment than taking off the offer, the money that was offered.
Was this the one that was offered last night?
Yes, it is.
What? I missed this. What happened? Tell us.
So Matt's been communicating with me to potentially purchase a whole bunch. We are unsure on how we would get it up out there on a pallet. The current offer is $10 a tank, which I think throwing stones at would be way more fun than taking that.
I think that's pretty reasonable.
You would.
Well, you think about it, $10 a tank is better than paying storage.
$10 a tank, I'll throw stones at them and I'll put them down the hole of the skip.
How many tanks have you got?
$440 cash in your bank account.
How many tanks have you got?
Christmas.
40. What are you cash converters?
44.
44 tanks.
44 on that one, yeah.
Okay. And it's
they're only 65-litre Blue Planets as well. They're not big tanks. They're the little, they're little tanks.
So you pay for a storage unit at $200 a month. Each one of those tanks costs you $5 a month to store. In 2 months, you're costing more than you can get for them.
Listen to what I said. I would rather throw stones at them and then throw it all down the skip than do that.
Well, I guess that's how they do it in hillbilly land. Yeah.
I think I worked out. So the $10 didn't actually come from me, but I communicated it. Where's your fucking cup?
Mine. I don't know.
Did you throw stones at it?
It's probably in the drawing of the first one that I grabbed out.
But worked out to make an equivalent of the Blue Planet 65 litre out of brand new glass, $25 a tank.
No shit.
Yeah.
Plus time to do it.
Is that DIY or is that
DIY it? DIY.
Right.
Yeah.
Where is Brenton's cup, Matt?
Brenton wishes he had a cup. Well, we got a special deal on those cups, so yeah. Cups will be ready in time for Christmas, Matt said. Maybe next year. Maybe next Christmas.
Christmas of undisclosed
Christmas.
time.
Nothing is going to be ready for Christmas this year.
But yeah, so I thought, if we could make one brand new for $25, $10 a tank, not bad. Not bad.
That sounds like a deal.
Yeah, man.
Not bad.
Plus time.
Especially with
You forget time to make.
It's okay. I'll drink beer while I'm doing it.
It's going to take you over an hour to make them. Drinking beer, that's going to, 24 packs, about $60 now. So there's some more on that.
He's going to drink the beer anyway.
I'll level with you. $12.50. That's literally half.
I'll level with you. Send me some nudes of your missus, and then I'll consider it.
Whoa.
Then your missus really will go buy a pack of cigarettes.
Probably would.
Anyway, yeah, so I broke Cam's hopes and dreams of making a fortune off of his tanks.
Well, I haven't even.
The good thing is now, if someone comes in and offers you like $30 a tank, but they won't after watching this. If someone comes and offers you 30, it looks amazing compared to 10.
Okay, so let's do the maths here. Let's do the maths.
Well,
I'm offering you $440.
Let's do the maths here.
Get your abacus out.
On average.
Just looking at your website on the fishroom.co.nz, it says you're sold out of Blue Planet 65 litre tanks. So are you running a scam here?
Because I am sold out of the brand new one.
Are you trying to scam Matt with $10 a tank?
How much are they, might I ask?
119.
Well, it says sold out, but you did have them listed for $47.50 brand new.
Cool. So that's not true. So the last 5 shows, 6 shows we've done, we have had no more than 64 views on. So 64 views, and we can break that down analytically and have a look where they've all come from. The majority of our audience, look at that. The vast majority of our audience come from America. In fact, New Zealand is almost our last on our top geographics. So of those 44, I'm going to round up to round numbers. Of the 50 views that we get each week, 3% come from New Zealand. So of that 3%, that equates to what? 6 people?
And you only need one.
6 people. So we've got one in the chat already, Helen, who's not buying them from down south. Tom will be lurking around. So he's not going to buy it. So these 4 people.
What was your percent? 3% of 50 is 6, is it?
Well, I just did random maths in. It's 1.5, isn't it?
Well, 3% of 100 is 3, so 3% of 50 is 1.5. So, so carry on with your maths debate.
Okay, so
you're doing a great job. You're doing a great job of selling some maths.
If that makes 6 people, we're down to 2 people, which is Helen and Tom. And Helen's already watching, and Tom will come in soon. Neither of them want to buy it. So the odds are that nobody watching this is going to be interested in buying my tanks. So, no.
Hang on, but one person here is interested in buying your tanks and has made a serious offer.
He is not interested. Nigel is interested, and that's not a serious offer.
I'm interested.
Nigel listens too. You just said that no one listening is going to be interested in buying your tanks. Nigel listens and he's interested in buying your tanks.
Does he?
So Yes, that's why he supports the podcast, because he loves it. So, and he's trying to support you by buying your tanks, and now you're saying you're going to throw stones at them and chuck them in the skip bin. Like,
Not even counter offer.
yeah.
So I counter offer people throwing them in the bin and throwing stones at them.
So you'd rather take... Hang on.
Yeah, I wouldn't get out of bed for not even X amount of money. I wouldn't even consider it for that.
You would rather get no dollars by throwing them in the bin than get some dollars.
You'd rather pay to skip them.
Look at that. I've already doubled it and then some. Stephen will pay $25 for a video of distraction.
Tank distraction. I think
It's only 25 total. So he's paying
25 total. So.
A video of tank. A video. Which it didn't specify how many tanks I have to destroy.
You're losing poorly.
Yeah, this is also, I don't know what you think 65-litre tanks are actually worth. Like I've seen entire shops literally have to give them away.
You do understand that like Nelson is really expensive and Auckland is not. You do understand that.
There's not 44 people in
that
Nelson wanting a tank though.
Not 44 people now. You're right, there is not 44 people in Nelson.
That's okay, you can come and see me in the new year and the offer will be 8.
And I will throw them in the skip.
What's the biggest tank that, like, in all seriousness? So you've got all those 65 litres, and then I saw that you have some on racks. What size are the ones on the racks?
So just the price compare.
No,
Currently on Facebook in Nelson. Hold on Nelson, 30 centimeters wide, 20 centimeters high, 23 centimeters deep, $120, and it's just a rough number.
What?
I'd like to refer you to our previous podcast. I think 2 podcasts ago, where we spoke about people's unrealistic expectations on Marketplace.
So
another one.
You just gone on the myth. You've gone on the myth Facebook Marketplace mission that people have gone and found a tank on the side of the road on myth and decided to sell it for ridiculous money. And not
one of the old AQ World tanks, 35 by 20 by 25, $60.
How old are your tanks?
How old are they? Less than 2 years.
Oh, never mind.
Here we
So
go.
back to
A Blue Planet 60-litre tank, $150.
that's more than our
It does come with a light flight.
You follow them and see how many years they sit on Facebook Marketplace for, and then
you're sitting on 44 of them. So they're just trying to sell one. You're trying to sell 44.
I'm not asking that $120 for them or $100 each for them. No. I'm just saying that $10 is an unrealistic offer.
So what do you want? Counter me.
I told you what I had the price up for all of them.
Yeah, I just want the tanks. I don't need the stands.
Okay. Well, you don't understand. We will talk about that after.
All right. Well, apart from turning down very serious and reasonable offers, what else have you been up to, Ken?
That is not reasonable.
I think we voted on it, and the motion has been carried. So
you're
outvoted.
Go grow some here.
What?
Go grow some here.
Oh.
There's not even relevant to your unreasonableness.
Just for the record, the amount that I'm asking is still less than what those other people are asking.
How much are you asking?
I had $3.5 grand with the stands and the heaters and the filters and the air pump and like the whole lot.
For how many tanks?
And all the plugs out, which worked out to be $80 a tank with everything. So that is still less than what everyone else is asking just for glass boxes and in better condition.
So you say $80 a tank with heaters, lights, filters, stands.
No lights. Heaters, filters, stand, and all the plugs.
So I paid $700 for 22 90-litre tanks with filters, stands, heaters, lights. So if that's like half, let's double it and go $1,400.
Just the glass boxes?
No.
Or you want filters and the heaters as well? Everything?
It's
We'll
a
talk
live
after.
negotiation. Right here. There
It
you
is a
go.
live negotiation. It is a live negotiation.
Anyway, during my week, what have I done? What was that?
I'll consider that. We'll get back to this argument at some point out of this podcast.
If you can get anything over $1,000, you're probably winning because second-hand tanks are worth nothing. You're not going to get $80 a tank for them. You're not even getting $80 a tank.
The hard thing as well,
individually.
and you look at a few listings online, not single tanks, like people who are trying to sell breeding racks and bits and pieces. Is, let's say you've got 1 million people who want fish tanks. You've got a very small number that want breeding racks, and then a very small number that are willing to pay lots of money, and then an even smaller number who are located in Nelson. So it gets quite tricky. Like I know a guy in Foxton, he's been trying to sell a 6-tank setup for like a year, and it's still on Trade Me. And this is like drilled. It comes with automatic pumps, ink birds, like comes with all the gadgets.
Cool. So
Yeah,
I sold my 9-tank setup the other week for $700. Set up with like substrate and everything else goes with it. Nelson is a different fucking place.
It's interesting. I had some really nice stands there with like 4-foot tanks on them. So 4-foot tanks, galvanized steel stand, heaters, filters, everything, and I had to sell them for like $200 just because no one wanted them. I thought it would be worth at least $400 or $500. Being
But it
4-foot
depends
tanks, being
it depends on
dividable.
who's looking and when they're looking for it.
Yeah,
If you get the right
Second-hand
person
stuff,
at the right time, then you're away laughing.
I guess that's anything, isn't it?
Yeah. Like you could try and sell me that piece of shit Holden you've got in the garage for $500, and I'll go, get fucked. It's not even worth $100. But
Yeah.
someone else will come along, you offer them, offer it to them for $10,000. They go, fuck, that's a hell of a buy. I'm taking it.
Part of me wants to do a deal as well, purely because I want to see, like, and this is should almost be like video blog worthy of Cam trying to send this, like trying to send 44 tanks.
Yeah, whose responsibility is to? You're going to have a DOA policy on these tanks as well, eh?
Fuck, there better be a DOA policy on them. Being that they're not alive, what are you, like, some sort of weird person who thinks glass is alive?
Well,
I think it would be on the courier company.
I just threw out my roll of pallet wrap as well when I was cleaning up the building.
I think the onus would be on the
Everyone's waving, Kim. Bye.
Bye, Kim. Yeah, the freight company I suspect. Although they don't seem to cover anything that's perishable or breakable.
Well, I mean, I receipt stock every day, and I get shit broken, and I send it back.
Yeah.
Which would be even funnier because if it turned up and there was like one that was broken, and then like sent it all the way back to you.
That would be funny. How would I pull apart the stand? That would be a tricky bit. I'm still thinking. I'm still pondering. Everything else comes apart. But
the glass boxes by themselves is relatively easy. It's your stand that makes it hard.
Yeah, the glass. I suppose I could cut it in half.
What is the construction of the stand?
LVL.
What's that?
LVL.
What does that mean?
Are you telling me you don't know what LVL is?
No.
I thought you were like the best DIY person in the land.
You referred to yourself as DIY daddy.
Is it a clip together system? Like, can't you just pull it apart?
Super strong laminated timber. Like significantly stronger than standard timber type of strength, and significantly more expensive too.
Oh,
it's
so
not
that makes it worth a lot more, does it?
It's not going to break.
Cool. All right. Anyway, So, sounds like you've sold 44 of your tanks, Cam. Congratulations. That's a good week for you. What else you got left?
About another 100 tanks.
Oh, well then, if you can get rid of 44, then do it.
It's actually
Then you get
not.
another 100.
That'd leave me with 2 steel frame breeding racks, 450 litre tanks, a whole bunch of random odds and ends, and the 2 racks that were in the shop. So not 100.
Are the 150s blue planets?
Yeah. They are indeed.
They've got to be worth at least $12 each.
Yeah, at $12, I will throw them in the skip again.
To be fair, I was selling them for $50 each when I was clearing a few. But funnily enough, now I need more. So
The
I shouldn't have sold them.
The 150s?
Yeah.
I was selling them for 120, 125 or something like that. They were selling fine.
Holy shit.
Nelson is a different place. How many times do I have to tell you that? We have our own little microclimate and microeconomy.
Do you guys
Everything
still trade in? Do you still trade in wheat and corn?
Sometimes, yeah.
And spice.
That was actually pretty good.
I'll trade you some paprika for your 44 tanks.
Paprika used to be pretty expensive.
Well, there you go.
Now we've figured out why Nelson is the way that it is, because Cam goes down to the supermarket, gets his groceries, and goes, "I'll give you my sister for half an hour."
Oh no!
I'm genuinely so happy that I don't have a sister.
You got a wife. She told you to stop calling her that because it was, in public.
Oh, sorry, I'm just checking out my hair. I'm having a bit of a bad hair day. How about
you? All right. Anyway, have you been up to anything fishy apart from selling your tanks, Cam?
I moved my loaches with my front toes.
Oh, you sent us a video of them. They're actually pretty big.
They are very big. They could be bigger. Yeah, moved my clown loaches into the fronts, which I don't like very much, and then moved the corridor dyne and tetras and stuff and L numbers into the bigger tank. So basically combining everything, pulling more tanks down.
Oh, so you're combining them at the store still. They haven't actually made it to home because the garage is still full of shit. Is that
correct? Right? But we did get somewhere yesterday with the garage being full of stuff. So that's progressing too.
Do you put more stuff in there, or you took stuff out?
Took stuff out.
Ah.
Yeah. And spoke to the missus about a wee plan on what tanks are going and how they're going and stuff like that. So, yeah.
Have you managed to up the number of tanks yet? Or is
I tried, and that's what she wasn't happy about.
Ah.
You've made Helen angry.
I don't even know what that word is.
Of course you don't. You've made Helen angry. Not a good human.
Anyway, Matt, what have you been up to?
I haven't had a whole heap going on. What have I done? I moved a few things around, more just to keep things easier. And then moved a bunch of fry around as well from my starter tanks to my more grow out tanks. So got a whole heap of babies at the moment, which is good. And then just still dealing with some aggressive bastard issues.
Oh, the temperature's gone up, so the aggression's gone up.
Yeah. So a little bit frustrating. Trying to come up with a solution, but the solution at the moment is putting the boy in time out.
And I found with the Dragon's Bloods and the OBs especially, they don't like smaller tanks.
No.
Those blue planets, I think, are too small for them.
They're not in blue planets.
Yeah, but I found when I tried to breed them in blue planets, sort of 3-foot size tanks, they were just too small for them. They started off all right, but then they got too big for them. There's just not enough space in them for them. But you really wasn't 4-footers, do you? Yeah.
Not just smaller, like they're custom tanks. But yeah, so did that. Picked up a tank for a family member from the spray painters because had to get that sorted.
Did they spray paint the tank?
Yeah.
What colour did they paint it?
Well, like the stand.
Oh.
So just resprayed it semi-gloss black.
So was it a steel stand or aluminium stand or what was it?
Yeah, one of those aquamarine tanks or jewel marine tanks, one of the ones. It had just been banged around a little bit by its previous owner. So yeah, that was a bit of a score. Got that for like $500 in the end. And then the resprays, I think $250. So now it's virtually a brand new tank again. Which would normally be what, 3.5.
Was that the one for your dad? That's the aqua one. It was Aquarist, eh? And so you got the bottom, the stand, and the hood. Or the hood's plastic, isn't it? So
they resprayed that as well, though.
They sprayed that, did they? Yeah. Cool. All right. It'd be interesting to see if it sticks.
I'd hope that it would. I mean, coming from a car detailer, please.
Oh.
I mean, they spray like car bumpers and stuff all the time, and they're plastic.
It's a different sort of plastic that's been painted already, though. So it's a different thing. But anyway, I mean, if they've done it, they've obviously done it. So see if it lasts. I guess the fish tank is not going to be subjected to as much like abuse as a car would. Like it's not outside, it's not getting rained and winded and stuff on.
Yeah.
And does it look mint?
Yeah, it does. Like it literally looks like a brand new tank now. So
Cool.
Bloody good.
Sweet. And is the sump and stuff hooked up on that still, or have they done the usual put a canister on it and get rid of the sump, which is the best feature of it?
That's still got a sump.
Cool, sweet. Does Baldy keep tiny fish? Yes, I breed fish and they come out tiny and they get into big fish and they're not dumb anymore. Apart from shellies.
Apart from what?
Shellies, which are tiny.
Oh.
What the hell is going on there?
I just found a job for an LVL organizer, and because you know what LVL was, I thought I would just link that in there so you could find it. And yes, I am looking for a job in the background.
You know what it is, so you should apply for that job.
I do know what it is, and I might. I have to read the job description. I'll see if I stack up and available, if I'm good enough.
You can just say, in a recent podcast, I talked about LVL, so I'm well qualified. That can be your segue. Anyway, back to schedule. Shall we? Oh, my week. I need to talk about. You said that I had to talk about my disaster, and I only had one disaster this week, and that my Juliacomus malaria died. I don't know why. The female died. The male's still good. So I was really sad because I like them, and they don't breed very well when there's one of them. I'm sure he's trying, but I don't know. Doesn't seem to be happening.
Juliacomus malaria. That's one of those real stupid black and white torpedo fish.
I thought you liked them.
No.
No.
I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it.
Ah, well, but yeah, they are cool fish, and luckily I had bred them, so I do have some, still have some, but it was my nice big adult ones, and yeah, I don't know why. It just sucked. It died. It deaded. So.
Are they easy to come by?
Well, they're easy to come by if I breed them and I've got some, yeah. But otherwise, at the moment, they're one of those, like most fish, they're cyclic in New Zealand.
Yeah.
For like a large period of time, you can get them with no worries at all, and then all of a sudden they just vanish for a year or two, and then all of a sudden they're just there again. So,
yeah.
And it's an importer will probably just bring them in next week, and then there'll be hundreds of them again, and all will be good in the world. So
they're not a fish that doesn't come in or anything like that.
Nah, they're not particularly. I wouldn't say they're particularly uncommon or rare. At the moment, they're probably a little bit uncommon, but they won't be forever. Yeah. They'll just come around again.
Yeah.
Nothing. I mean, obviously, don't want to lose any fish, but it's nicer when it is the ones that aren't irreplaceable.
Yeah. I understand.
The water change system is turning into more of a floor irrigator by the day, so I'm going to message Matt and try and come up with a plan on how to fix that over the Christmas break.
Are you going to use the right glue?
That's exactly, and then do the total opposite.
Oh well, I've got some nice new glue here. It hasn't even been opened. The glue hasn't even been opened, so it's brand new. Also, I was away last week. Obviously, that's why my reception was terrible again. And the message showed up. Mrs. messaged me and said, "Hey, can you ask the neighbours, because they're a rental, I don't know the owner, what their name is, because I've had this random parcel show up and I think it's for them." And then she came back a little bit later. She says, "Oh, hang on, it's for MC Baldy from Matt." So I think it's a joke. So I thought it was pretty funny.
I'll be back. Sorry, I'll be back.
It's got to go do work.
What? I suppose I should probably stop looking for work and then now concentrate on the podcast. All right, I'm back. So what's going on?
I was just telling you about the courier package that came that was dumb. Well, it was actually quite funny. I laughed, but...
MC Baldy. Where are we as far as our agenda goes? Are we on point?
We've blown the agenda.
We've blown the agenda.
Yeah, because we tried to do a live negotiation for your tanks, and it took too long, and then you didn't sell them. So.
Well, I said that I'd come back with a potential offer later on. I'm going to consider it.
Okay, so what was the agenda? Random question. We can't ask the random question until Matt gets back.
Matt's back.
Okay. I did have, oh man, I tried to prepare for this and I had random questions and they're gone.
Don't lie, you're not prepared for anything.
No.
I will prepare our listener mail that we don't have.
Have you ever eaten something off the floor?
Yeah, I did yesterday.
Yeah, I don't care about eating something off the floor either.
I dropped a piece of chicken. I was like, I've just cooked that. I'm still eating that.
And do you believe in the 10-second rule?
10 seconds?
Yeah.
As long as I drop it and I'm still in the process of working, I'm pretty happy to eat it.
Cool. And do you care about when the floor was last mopped?
No, not at all.
Not at all. No. I can't remember the last time the floor. Why did you run away, Matt?
We just had someone try and run off with a drop saw. 7:40 in the morning, great time to start shoplifting.
So what
my 2IC's dealing with it.
So did they grab you because to
No, I
chase the
saw
dog
him
out?
grab it, and I just saw him grab it and start running towards the door.
Oh fuck!
And my 2IC was just walking in the door as he was going out.
Oh damn. Okay. And I assume it's quite a big. I mean, drop saws aren't usually small, so that would have been quite a hefty run.
Yeah, he did well.
So what do you do now? Call the police?
Yeah, they'll deal with the police and get them down here and then trespass them and see you later.
Does
You probably
Micah
just-
realise that you waste an hour of their time each week, and our time, to be fair, doing a random podcast?
Mm-hmm.
And they don't care? Obviously not.
I think Matt's on targets and
I'm
stuff,
left
so
on.
he just as long as he meets his targets, he's all good.
I can work whatever hours I want, wherever I want, whenever I want, as long as I hit the numbers.
Sweet deal. Sweet deal.
Okay, cool. Anyway, we've done the random question. Is there any listener mail apart from some random spam from YouTube or something, or someone trying to sell us SEO?
Nope.
Not even that. Okay, cool.
No.
Fun. What was next on the agenda?
Are we enjoying this more structured podcast with an agenda that we're running through, or are we not enjoying this? Clearly,
I haven't had any tech difficulties forcing Matt and Cam to pick up the.
No, you just forgot how to talk.
That was my technical difficulties. Did you hear me buffering?
Yeah.
Proceed to topic of nanofish. Types of nanofish. What types of nanofish are there? I thought there was only one.
And what's that one?
Small ones.
Oh dear.
I mean, all fish start off as a nanofish, don't they?
Don't think that's the definition of nanofish.
So what is the
Helen's describing Ryan now.
small, tiny, and minute?
I read minute as well. Stupid English language.
Next minute.
Stupid English language.
So when you wrote said agenda, what were you thinking when you wrote types of nanofish?
I don't know. I never thought we were going to stick to it.
Well, that's why you wrote it.
And we haven't. We haven't stuck to it for 1 minute. I don't know. I just thought we could talk about nanofish. I thought the most accurate part was you trying to railroad back to African cichlids.
We haven't even started on the topic yet.
I think you've already tried that.
The smallest fish in the world depends on how you measure it. But some of the contenders include, can't even pronounce that, a carp that lives in the peat forest of Indonesia, and the smallest mature female is 7.9 millimeters.
That's very small.
That's
8 millimeters. 8 millimeters. That is tiny.
What's 7.9?
Look, I think a little bit of cheese too. Okay, man. Have you kept nanofish before?
No.
Me?
You've not kept one. God, why don't you suggest this topic?
Are CPDs nanofish?
CBDs?
CPDs, celestial pearl danios, are they nanofish?
Yeah.
Well,
I've kept
them, I've bred them, yeah. And I guess the obvious question has to be, do we regard African shellies possibly as nanofish because they are small and they are fish?
I don't think they are nanofish, but I think they are nanofish in the sense of the African cichlid world.
I'm going to ask Google, see what
Well, that
AI
baddies.
tells me.
Huh?
Baddies.
What about what?
Yes, shellies
Yeah.
known as shell dwellers are nanofish. They are nanofish. Google AI tells me. So there you go.
AI is never wrong. Did you say betters?
But then it says that betters are as well. So I don't know. I wouldn't call a better a nanofish.
No.
Would you?
No.
Or are they talking about fish that? Ah, okay. So they're saying aquariums less than 40 litres are considered a nano aquarium. So therefore, anything that can go in that is considered a nano fish.
Whoa. You've just skipped forward like 3 points in the agenda.
Oh, okay.
I guess like it depends what you're used to. Like if you're used to 6 foot tanks and you go down to a 2 foot tank, it's going to feel like a nanofish, a nano tank.
So let's talk about shellies.
It's not.
Chili Rasporus.
Yep. Mosquito Rasporus, exclamation point Raspora. There's
I
a whole.
believe
group in
pygmy
that.
cories are also in the nano world.
Yep.
I have kept those as well.
So have you guys ever wanted to do a ginormous tank with like hundreds of little tiny fish in it, like hundreds of nano fish in it?
Lots.
I think I do think that would be cool.
To me, they are non-hardy fish, and I don't have the patience for pulling out fish often.
I think it's because people keep them incorrectly and don't feed them correctly and don't look after them properly. That is my general belief on why non-hardy fish are considered non-hardy fish. People don't adapt to the care requirements for them. They just go, well, my other fish are fine like this. It must be fine. There must be shit fish.
I disagree.
You'd be wrong.
So Kellen has suggested clown killies,
Yeah, they're cool.
something I can't pronounce. Licorice
Have
one.
What? Have
What is that? What is that?
A corridor.
A Corydoridine?
So before, Matt, when you were saying they were not hardy, what fish were you talking about?
I mean, like neons is a good example.
So how do you keep your neons?
I don't.
If you were going to keep neons and you weren't going to be successful with them, what would you do? Keep them in a community with other ridiculously boisterous fish with ridiculous amounts of water flow, probably water too hard, pH too high, not enough hiding spots, brightly coloured aquarium. Of course you're going to freak out and die.
No, I wouldn't do any of that.
Wait, come
You
here.
would. So what? You'd set them up in a really soft water aquarium with a little bit of tannins in it. Slower water, try and biotope the shit out of them. Bullshit.
Okay, then why is every pet store in the country complaining about the quality of neons?
Find me a pet store in the country that looks after them to the requirements they need.
This is a valid argument, but I don't think many people do keep them in like soft acidic water or.
That doesn't mean that the fish themselves are shit. It means the fish keepers themselves are shit.
Well, you heard it here first. Everyone is shit.
Well, this is a great way to talk to our audience, eh?
So
We're already in trouble, Cam. Like we're already in trouble once. Don't
Put yourself
Not
in
saying
the
that I'm not trying to use the words that I'm better than everybody. But
sorry, you're not in trouble. I'm in trouble.
Years ago, I set up a tank. I've still got it out the back here. Botanical leaf litter, very slow water. I tried to mimic as much as I possibly could, on tetra region sort of scenario. I fed them copious amounts of live food. They were phenomenal fish. They were bright, they were colourful, they were hardy. I never picked up any issues with them. They lived a decent amount of time because they were looked after the correct that they wanted. And so that was the day that I realised neons are not shit. They're okay. It's just that people don't look after them.
What about all the rams?
Again, the best time I had with rams was really soft, acidic water, really warm water, and lots of live food.
But you've said before, and I'm sure I could pull up the video evidence that they just keep dying and you don't know why.
Find the video evidence.
Sweet.
And if you're gonna do that, please watch it on an alternative YouTube channel so we get some views.
No, I'm watching it on Facebook, so you get no likes, no nothing.
Someone has brought up scarlet batis. I have actually tried to keep scarlet batis before, or batis, because I actually think they are pretty cool fish.
Very cool. Yeah.
And I have also tried to keep a large number of apistogramma. Are they nanofish? Would you call apistogramma nanofish?
Nah.
Yeah, I think it depends on your definition. Like, they're definitely small fish. I don't think I'd call them nanofish.
Well, by definition of the AI, they can live in a 40-litre tank. So,
sure, some might be, the other ones will kick each other's ass.
And I guess that's a pretty stupid thing to say apistogramma, because apistogramma can range from like 2 centimeters to like 10, probably 10, 12 centimeters. So some of them are big, some of them are small. So yeah. And that's just what Branton just said.
Yeah. I don't know about apistogrammas, and like a lot of dwarf cichlids, I probably wouldn't consider nanofish, or maybe we're confusing nanofish and microfish. Because we're really on the microfish side of it at the moment, not so much the nanofish. Like clown killies are a microfish, Hesbrosis micros, Pygmaea corridoras micros, Boraris, the Chili Raspora family, that kind of stuff. They're real microfish, not nanofish. So maybe we are confusing micros to nanos.
Rebecca says she's had cockatoos and McMaster in 28 litres. I probably wouldn't do them in that smaller tank, but at least when they're smaller there. But cockatoos get big, like the males get big and ugly.
Yeah,
I actually had a friend who had one get so big it ate its female and then died because it choked on it. I was like, what the hell? That was pretty brutal. But they can get pretty big and gnarly. So they're getting all bent up and stuff. Nanofish water requirements is on the agenda.
Sam kind of touched on that, didn't he?
Totally depends on like I bought the Asian rummy nose, and after I got them in and settled, I found out I always thought they were going to be a soft water species as well, but they're a real hard water species, which blew my mind a little bit.
Yeah.
So it'll just depend on where they come from. Where they come from, where you know, where you something got nacho.
Yeah, so obviously the nanofish that I keep live in hard alkaline water, and they're the best ones. So yeah, but you can't really call a multi not a nanofish because they stay small, man.
Yeah, I think if we're going from nanos, not micros, probably right.
But what microfish do we actually get in New Zealand? We don't get stuff all, do we?
Well, we've just been discussing that, haven't we?
So you're talking about the chili raspboras. Basically, you're talking about raspboras. That's about it.
The Boris, there's 4 or so we get here. I put the batis would be in that category. The clown.
You get batis do stay small.
Yeah,
clown killies, how big do they get? I thought they got bigger, like 5-6 centimeters.
No, they're small, I believe.
Ah, okay. Batis do stay small, so they're cool.
With
the nanofish. What's that?
Pygmy pea puffers.
But pygmy cories get bigger though. They get like sort of 3-4 centimeters, don't they?
Pygmies. I'll have to find a tape measure to work out what 3 or 4 centimeters in. But the ones that I've got are small.
Just flop it out. The tape measure, I meant. You know, like, come on.
What type of tape measure do you use that's floppy?
One for measuring seam.
The one
Inside.
the seamstress one. You know, do you not use those ones? They fit in your pocket.
Licorice Grammies, sparkling Grammies. See?
How big do licorice Grammies get? Oh, I've kept sparkling Grammies. They were cool. I like them.
Sparklings are cool.
I like them. They were cool. Yeah.
Pygmy corridors, gastrodermis. Nano.
What does that mean?
It means you are not up to date with the cool kids.
Are there any nano plecos?
No.
Like a little tiny zebra plec would be real cute. Like a 2 centimeter zebra plec that stayed that big would be quite cool.
But you'd never see it.
Well, you never see it anyway, but it'll be cool with the one time a year you did.
Nano pleco? That's a good question.
I was just thinking.
There you go.
Yeah,
Rebecca said
like
the smallest 2 centimeters.
Like the fry are real cute. The fry are real cute, and then they grow into these big ugly things that you never see. But it'll be cool if they stayed that way.
I don't think we get them here. That's my thoughts.
The smallest is 1.8 centimeter, says Rebecca.
That is considered nano.
She has the book, but it's in the other room. Ottos, yeah, I guess Ottos are probably the closest thing, aren't they, that we can get? And they don't get big; they get tiny, and they just disappear in a tank. You put them in a big planter tank, and they're gone, vanished.
I see my Ottos every day, but my planter tank's not very big.
Yeah, yeah. Are you keeping them or getting rid of them?
The Ottos.
Hmm.
Keeping them. That's one of the ones that can make its way home.
Is it a small tank you're going to try and stash in the house somewhere?
Yeah.
It's already starting again. You're going to get rid of all these tanks, and then you just get another tank, and another tank, and another tank, and another tank. Then, yeah. And then divorce.
Well, hopefully not. We'll see how we go. I'm sure more than one person has been divorced because of aquariums and other such hobbies.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
Was that a
Fish tank setups, options, successes, or failures?
Well, I just don't keep them myself. So I don't have any successes or failures.
Do you have any desire to keep shellies?
Sorry?
Do you have any desire to keep cool fish like shellies and stuff, or not? You're just not interested in them?
I've had shellies, I've had breathers.
But you don't like them?
Just never, I never saw them. Just
Well, I think you probably had them in the wrong environment then.
Oh, fuck up.
I like that one. That was good.
Have either of you considered setting up a small tank for like microfish that aren't African cichlids?
No.
What?
No.
What about a little desktop aquarium? On the other side of your computer. That's around about 14 litres. That's full of things like cryptocorynes and duckweed and pothos and a few chili raspberry.
I'm not
It doesn't really
interested
sound
in that.
exciting.
I may or may not be looking at my failed aquarium. That was the plan for it.
So you didn't keep them in the right environment?
I didn't end up getting the chili raspberry.
You had no environment?
I had the environment. I didn't have the raspberry.
When you spawn a nanofish, because it's 2 centimeters, are the fry like proportionately tinier than normal fry, or are they still the same size as a normal fry?
I've got glow light Danio fry at the moment, and they are very, very small. Not the smallest fry, but they're still very small.
Like here with a hair with a pinprick for a head.
Yeah, they're pretty small.
And Rebecca doesn't like Rasbora, so there you go. She's discriminating against them.
Some of them are quite nice. I quite like the gold head purple ones.
Have you found that the smaller the fish, the geekier you have to be actually be into it?
No.
Because like I set up this aquarium.
I think that's more dependent on what the fish is rather than the size.
Yeah, because like Pygmaeus corridors or whatever the hell they're called now, they sell like hotcakes and people really love them because they're just a small fish. A small corridor or a dino fish.
But what I've found is because they're small, people don't actually look at them because they're not as showy, they're not as big, and the people don't actually get down there and actually look at them. Like I tried to convince Kim, I've tried to convince the kids' friends who've set up little tanks to take shellies, and they just look at them and go, no, they're boring, and they move on. And I'm like, I think they're fucking amazing. They're so cool.
On that note, did you add more big fish to your aquarium behind you just because we were going to talk about nano fish today, just to try and have a bit of a dick swinging competition? Seems like there's more fish in there than normal.
There's more fish in there like the last month, but no, not specifically for this, but you know. Oh shit, Branton, we missed you, mate. We missed you.
What could have been more important than staying?
Well, you ran off to chase someone with a drop saw.
I was gone for like 1 minute.
Well, that's how fast you are.
Fast as fuck, boy.
You chased them down.
No, I literally got to like the end of the office block and was like, it's sorted. Looked, and my guy was like, I've got it.
He ain't gonna get his mess today. He no mess for him.
No.
And that was going straight to Cashies. You know it was. Straight to Cashies on Facebook Marketplace.
Like he was just trying to be efficient, and he wanted one more sleep till Christmas 2025.
yeah. All right. Anyway, what was the next thing on the agenda? Have we covered? Oh, I don't know if we've covered anything, to be honest. But anyway, have we covered nap time because we've already done more work than usual?
It does feel like we've done more work than usual.
Have there been inbred and bald jokes? Yes.
Do you know what I think would be quite an interesting add-on to our podcast right at the end? If we recap what we discussed in like just a quick bullet point form. I think that would be quite interesting to do. No?
Have we done successes or failures? Have we done successes or failures?
Yes. Kind of.
I'm kind of failing with the nano fish because I can't get these multis to breed. Is that
you're also failing with growing here?
I've got plenty of here, and I'm growing this out so I can dye it for Christmas. Be Father Christmas. And put beads in it and plait it.
Are you happy?
Free chat. Oh, we're going to do a Christmas special, aren't we? When is that, and how is that going to work? And what are we doing?
Well, we have one more week, really, left. So, do we do next Wednesday evening?
Let me consult my diary.
I thought one thing that we could do at the end of the podcast is like give a little review and a score. So like review Cam, review Ryan, give you guys a score.
Oh, I like that idea.
Maybe
I
some
like that.
work-ons for next time.
Yeah, let's do that. I like that.
Ryan's just crossed his arms. He's really defensive already.
Well, I just feel this being a segment where we just rate each other one, and then tell each other how shit they were. Like I just
Well,
feel
No.
like
1 or 69.
No, see, I'm gonna give Cam a 6 out of 10. He bought
No.
some good. He probably bought the most knowledge out of everyone. He's had some okay chat, but he's unrealistic in his expectations for selling stuff. So that's where he falls short.
I liked it.
And you'd think as a retailer he would actually understand the market, but he does not.
You do understand. I retail brand new stuff, not brand new stuff. Yeah.
Have you ever had someone come into your store and ask you to value their aquariums for a relationship breakdown?
I want to say that I might have.
I had
Or
to do
something-
that when I
or
went
something
through
similar.
a separation with my ex, like list all my fish in tanks and take them into a shop and get them valued.
Oh no,
Yeah.
sorry, I had to value it for an insurance issue. Someone's tank broke, and I had to get value it for the insurance, not for a relationship breakdown. Is that so like your ex-wife could work out how much money you'd spent on fish and try and get that money out of you?
Yes, but let's just say the store was very realistic on the second-hand prices of fish and aquariums.
Let's just say you slipped them a 20.
They
It
got
was
slipped.
It was
got
your
slipped
local auction.
plenty of hundreds and 20s and thousands over the years. So
It was your local, so they knew
they
what
were
side the
they were well lubricated before the discussion. So
I'm glad you didn't go in dry.
yes. But anyway, I just thought that would be an interesting segue into second-hand value of stuff.
But yeah, that was my idea. Cam gets a 6 out of 10.
Nice.
Okay.
I'm going to give Ryan a 69 out of 100, which is pretty much a 6 out of 10.
6 out of 10. Yeah.
Nearly a 7 out of 10. You nearly turned up on time. You nearly bought some interesting chat to the conversation. You didn't bald me with the glare coming from your window, and you did have your camera on. So that's why I rated you higher than normal.
So, I mean, basically, I was just here, is what you said.
Pretty
That's
much. You
better.
made up.
And that's
You made
better
it
than normal. And that's
You made
better
up
than
a
normal.
third idiot out of 3. So we actually had a proper contingency. So it's under control. That might not have been the right word. I tried to myself something smart then, but I don't think I was.
You just stuffed it up. You guamied it.
Yeah, I did.
Very good.
So does that mean that Ryan then rates Matt and we do that circle and we swap it around next week?
Okay.
Yeah.
I rate Matt a 4 out of 10 because he pretty much did nothing towards nano fish. Oh, actually, sorry, I have to bump up a bit here. I'm going to say 5 out of 10 because he did write the schedule. That made this very good structure. And obviously, as he wrote everything, he put lots of thought into all the topics that he was going to put down because he was able to answer all of the things that he put, nicely and precisely. So there you go. You did a good job. And also, you put your police officer hat on halfway through, and we got to see you be real tough and go and chase down a baddie and get the drop saw back. So, that's pretty cool.
I didn't get to be tough, though.
Well, I guess if they tried to fight you, you'd go, "Ow, my wrist!" and then you'd run away. So
Pretty much.
Can we now segue that into, because we've all rated each other, maybe you can all jump onto Spotify or wherever you find your podcast for us and rate us.
Give us a 1-star rating.
Give us a 69 from 100.
5 out of 10, not enough Pleco. Hey, I even tried to segue it into Pleco discussion. by asking if there are any nano plecos as a genuine question.
So next Wednesday, are we doing the evening?
Can't confirm just yet. What's our topic for next week?
Well, hang on. Is this Wednesday just a normal one in the morning, and the Wednesday after going to be the Christmas one?
No, well, Wednesday after is Christmas.
What?
Listen, Matthew, open their ears. Listen to what Ryan's about.
I just fucked it up, not him. I fucked it up.
Shut up, Cam.
I knew exactly what you just said. I knew exactly what you just said.
No, he said, is this coming Wednesday?
I thought we were recording on Christmas
Day.
We're not recording on Christmas Day. No, that's basically what I said. You know,
I mean, we could do a morning one on Christmas Day. I'll be drunk, so...
It'd be asleep in the evening.
Yeah.
Yeah. So next week, then, we're going to do the Christmas special. And we are going to post the link in the comments to join the podcast, and we're going to pull random people in to say hello and talk about their greatest fish achievements for the year and their fishy goals for next year.
And are we doing this in the morning or in the evening?
I can't confirm with you until I talk to my wife.
Okay.
Well, why don't we ask, like, if no one will actually apply anyway, but if anyone actually has a preference on morning or evening, because I guess we've got all these people that already come here in the morning. If we do it in the evening, they might not even come, and we won't even get to see our regular people on the podcast, right? So, like, it might be pointless to change the time, as much as it'll be fun to do it with a beer.
Just do it with a beer.
Yeah.
Well, I could, but I usually work afterwards, and I don't think, like, the days of tradies showing up to site, smelling of booze, they're gone.
You're not really a tradie, though, are you?
Nah, just a pretender.
You're more like a chocolate chippy.
Well, there's someone gave me a builder the other day, and I was like, "Yeah, boy, I'm a builder now." Pulled my pants down, showed my butt crack. I was there. I was loving it.
Oh my gosh!
Went and got a pie and a V. It's great.
Blue V? Was it a blue V? A maggot pack?
Yeah, well, Brandon has to be on there because I actually want to see how super he looks in real life. So,
if you're wanting people to share their fishy goals for next year and review their year of fish keeping, I hope you put a lot of thought into your year in review.
You said that like goals. You said that like a true manager, right there. You're meeting with one of your staff members, and like, right, it's time for your annual school report. Let's go through.
I had to do performance reviews this week. It was a fucking nightmare. I hate doing them.
In your head. I once had one of my staff come to me and put his goal down for the next year is to learn the intro to Hotel California on his guitar.
Hey.
And I was like, "Hey, good on you."
Did he?
We wrote it down in the official thing, and then reviewed it the next year, and he didn't learn it, and so I couldn't give him a pay raise. So, oh well.
So, how many people did you give a pay raise to, Matt?
None.
Fuck, you're such a wank.
Pretty hard to give a pay rise at the moment.
Yeah, and we do out of cycle pay rises, but like, got to be pretty fucking special. But normally we do pay rises at the start of the financial year.
So not this time of the year.
No. So all of my guys got a pay rise in line with inflation earlier in the year.
I'll accept that then. I'll retract. No, I'm not going to retract my statement. You're still a wanker.
No, pay rises are hard as well, aren't they? You just can't give everyone a pay rise every year. Inflation, I guess you've got to sort of match at some stage, but
Why not?
Futures will have some big policy for that.
Woolworths is making $800 billion profit a year. Why can't they give people pay rise?
We're not making $800 billion profit a year. We actually lost $150 million.
I said Woolworths, not you.
So how's that relevant?
Woolworths are getting sued at the moment as well.
Are they?
Price fixing.
Oh, really? Awesome. I like it.
Price fixing and misleading customers.
Woolworths is Countdown that was Woolworths, eh?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I
was
believe
Woolworths, went to Countdown, now it's back to Woolworths.
And they did like a massive rebranding right in the middle of like a cost of living crisis, and then made a record profit.
Yeah. And I believe that Pet Stock is involved in the Woolworths branding as well. So if this wants to give you a little more fuel of why not a place not to go to, I believe. I might be wrong. Not only,
a couple of pack and saves are in the mix as well. So the key here is shop with New World.
But isn't
shop New World? You get to go and hang out with 90-year-olds at the New World. Pay more, people.
Isn't Pack and Save and New World owned by the same company anyway?
Mm-hmm. And Foursquare.
So they're all shafting. They're all shafting us.
So you're fucked anyway, aren't you? Really?
Yeah. Pretty much.
That was a weird segue.
Yeah.
Wow. We talked about supermarkets today, so definitely log in for any good supermarket chat. If you guys want to know about Woolworths and Countdown, and then Woolworths again, it's amazing. Good times. Keep it the same time as today, and Branton will do some swinging lunchtime and film it. Oh, okay, that's a different story.
Pineapples.
He said he'll swing lunch around it and he'll come up. So we do probably need to decide at some stage what are we just going to do the same time, or are we going to change it? What do you want to do?
Let's just do the normal time. Do normal time.
Yeah, and I guess we're hoping that our content is our topic is going to be the highlights of the year, and then the lowlights of the year, and then what's next year brings in terms of fishy keeping.
Yes.
For us. Okay. And for our listeners, who will just pull on randomly one at a time. They can all sit in the back room and then just randomly pull them on.
Or we can just throw the link in the chat. Anyone that comes up, and you put them up straight away. Straight away.
But if you end up with lots of people,
we can have up to 10.
Hey, Branton, catch up, bro. It's next week, because the week after is Christmas. We're not going to record on Christmas Day. Come on, bro. Fucking hell.
Are you either going to take the day off work so we can go extended long?
What's that?
Either are you going to take the day off work so we can go extended long?
18th. I'm stopping on the 20th this year. I'm actually stopping this year. That'll be good. Yeah.
You guys suck. Why don't we go extended long and then
we can't all be unemployed like you.
Excuse me.
I can still go extended. It's pretty fucking quiet already, so.
I am a man of leisure, thank you very much. A man of leisure. I'm not unemployed, I'm a man of leisure.
I can imagine Cam's either going to be Nat's either going to be hectic or quiet. There's going to be no middle ground. There's going to be everyone rushing in to get the last jobs finished before Christmas, or there'll be nothing.
Who's this?
You.
Yeah, like normally we have a rush like the first week of December, which we kind of have had. And then the rest of the time, it's like it just goes dead. Most of the guys like pre-book all of their jobs, so there'll be people coming and going to collect stuff, but not necessarily sourcing new product and whatnot. Like most of our factories have shut down already. Like they shut down yesterday.
Do you think that might be why your company lost $150 million last year?
Nah, it's because some fuckwit knocked over his gas torch on the Sky City building and burnt the thing down.
What am I missing?
The Sky City building in Auckland.
Was that only last
year
year?
ago?
Was that last year?
Yeah.
And was that on you guys?
within the financial year? Yeah. So that
How did that affect you guys?
Because Fletcher's own everything.
Oh, and they're self-insured, aren't they?
Oh, you're talking about Fletcher's lost 150 million, not Michael. That's what I was talking about.
Oh, no. Well, we are Fletcher's, so.
Yeah, I understand now.
And yes, we self-insure because we're too big, which means if something goes wrong, it comes off your bottom line.
Yeah.
And that went very wrong.
So
I would love to be that guy, eh? Wouldn't you love to be that guy? Imagine like one person single-handedly lost a massive company $150 million. Like once you got fired and got another job and managed to sort of get employed again, imagine the stories you could tell. Like, I don't think there'd be many people that have lost a company that much money before from one fuck up.
what I'm thinking is that you guys lost $150 million last year. But how does that compare to the millions and millions and millions and millions and millions and billions of dollars you made over the previous 10 years? So like $150 million loss is like me dropping $2 coin on the ground for Fletcher's, really, isn't it? Like, I'd still pick it up because I want that $2. And you'd still take that $150 million back. But in the grand scheme of things, it's not really that big of a deal for you, is it?
Hang on, I'll just...
It probably isn't a big deal. Did you guys hear that Nissan's looking at it's probably going to go under in the next couple of years too? Apparently they're losing.
What's going under? Who's going under in the next couple of years? Nissan.
They because they no longer make good cars anymore. They just make shit cars, and their parts are too expensive.
Huh, didn't know that.
They're losing billions of dollars.
No shit. So you're looking at financial reports for us, are you?
No.
Yeah.
Matt?
It's irrelevant. It's irrelevant. A drop in the bucket for them. For us.
I'm looking at the COVID one because the COVID one will be.
All right. Well, we should go. Next week will be the Christmas special. Same time, same place. And we are going to talk about how we're going to have 3 things we need to address with each person. Biggest sort of wins for the year, biggest losses for the year, and next year, fishy goals and fishy dreams and fishy aspirations.
I love it when like Ryan's had enough, you go, bugger it, we're out of here. We're in the middle of a conversation, he's like, no, bugger it, I'm out of here.
No.
It'll be
just for reference. 2022 was 756 million. 2021 was 668 million.
Profits.
Earnings before interest and tax.
Yeah, cool. So like losing $150 million means diddly fucking dick.
Yeah.
So you can walk past the floor and leave that $2 coin on the ground. Us peasants will pick it up for you.
So I didn't need to get out of my chair as quickly as I did earlier.
You didn't?
Maybe I need to come get a new drop saw.
Yeah. Dear.
So what time will it be? Sunday's Father's Day. Normal time.
Normal time.
Brandon's really not hitting the marks today, is he?
I think he's actually pre-auditioning for a co-host position next week.
And I want Brandon has to be there, Helen has to be there, Vishal has to be there, Rebecca has to be there. Well, Rebecca's already been on, so it's just kind of boring.
Helen's New Zealand based, so Helen.
But there's been no Tom in the chat today, actually. Where's Tom gone?
Do you think that if Helen comes on, she'll use the entire time that she is available to talk, giving you shit about your misogynistic ways, you wankers?
I'm sorry.
Finally.
I am looking forward to getting.
I'm sorry that I made a comment that, as a joke, did not land. It is not my viewpoint or my way of thinking.
So you'll be home, Helen, which means you'll come and join us.
It was more of a dig at Cam than woman, right?
It was 100% a dig at Cam. Nothing to do with women. It was a dig at Cam. But I understand how it would have been, how it could have been perceived the other way.
I'm sure that Cam would barter off his boyfriend just as readily.
I've got a brother, so why don't I take my brother?
You've got a brother.
Yeah, from the same mother.
Whoa.
Well, not a brother from another mother. It's a brother from the same mother.
Okay, all right.
Do people, if people come on, do they need to have their cameras on?
Ideally,
but like if
a friend can come on with no clothes, he absolutely needs his camera on. He's already threatened with clothes on.
If they wanted to the camera on, they should, but I guess some people are going to be really shy and don't want to because they know we've got such a large audience, like tens of thousands of people are going to be watching. I can understand if they don't want to have their camera on. Also, they've got 3 amazing specimens to compete against, so they will probably feel a bit like intimidated by our beauty and aura that we're putting out there.
Are they going to rank our year performance as well?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Maybe they should tell us the highlights and the lowlights of the podcast for the year.
Finding us as both.
The best moments. And the worst moments.
Helen's not sure if she can handle the fame.
I get it, Helen. I really do. Sometimes I don't know how I handle it either.
Yeah, you're worse than Rog from The Rock.
Did you know? I had some random person come up to me, and actually 2 people I've had come up to me and ask if I was Cam from the fish room because they'd watched the videos that I do. How random is that? And one of them was from Auckland. Just happened to be in the office at the time. Crazy, yeah.
Well, there you go. Vishal needs to be on there next week as well. So Vishal, you're coming in the street, or to customers, do you get recognised in aquarium stores? Not really. Cam would.
Only because people came into my aquarium store.
Yeah. Oh, you're Cam, eh? You work here. Yeah. You own it. Yeah.
And saying that, anytime I've gone into Animates or the other big chain that I talked about before, the staff knew me. The staff.
It's been noted, Tom. It's been noted. You're late again, and next week you can't be late because you're going to feature. All right. So there we go.
And you're finally going to come clean.
Yeah. You had to make your confession. New Year's resolution. Someone's got to come clean at the end of the year, surely.
Are we all getting STD checks? That's like, I'm a stripper. I'm going to be the dirtiest. There we go. We got a stripper joke in.
Cool. On that note, it might be time to go.
Okay.
Right. So in summary, next week, Christmas special. The link will be in the chat. At random, Cam, because he's the only one that logs in. He keeps all the passwords secret. We'll select people at random. They need to come on and talk about their wins for the year, their losses for the year, and their goals for next year, fishy related, and then rate the best and the worst of the podcast for the year previously. And then also
come on and talk shit like we do.
Or just not even stay on topic and just talk random crap about Woolworths and Countdown. Either way is appropriate. So, yeah. Cool. See you guys next week.
All right.
Looking forward to everyone's connection buffering and not working next week. It's going to be great.